record. Fabulous. And then set up. I've got like this delicate balancing act today. Let's see if that works. Excellent day. I'll move my glass off the sofa so that it's not too precarious. Okay, so just sitting comfortably for our little movement and afternoon stretch. So we're just going to start with our neck movement. So I want you to just take your gaze down to the floor and then looking it up to the sky. Take it down to the floor and looking up. And then taking it from side to side. So ear to shoulder and then ear to the other shoulder. And then back to the first one. And then over to the second. And then we're just going to link all the moves together. So going down to the side, looking up to the other side and down. And just doing this as a really small circle to begin with. And then maybe taking it a little bit bigger as you start feeling a little bit more comfortable and just easing out any of the tension in our neck. Lovely. And then changing direction to the other way. And again, just starting it off small. Down. And then as you start to ease in the tension, you might feel more comfortable taking it a little bit bigger in its movement. It's really up to you and how your neck muscles are feeling today. Lovely. And then bringing your head back on top of your chest, on top of your shoulders. And we're now going to move our chest. So I want you to think about like right in the middle of your rib cage, so your sternum. So that's going to kind of be your anchor point, what you're focusing on. And you're just going to push it forward to begin with, and then you're going to pull it back. So hollowing out the body, and then pushing it forward, arching the back, pulling the shoulders back and down, and then hollowing it out. Lovely. And then taking it to the side, and then over to the other side. Back to side one, and then over to side two. And then again, same as we did before, we're going to link them together. So forward, side, back, other side. Forward, side, back, and other side. Lovely. And just rotating it around and feeling the stretch in each of the edges and making it as big as you can. Lovely. And then change direction, taking it the other way. And again, you might just start off small in this direction and then take it a little bit bigger as you feel like you're just easing into the stretch. You can also do this standing up and get kind of like a bigger movement, but we'll just do this today. Lovely. And then taking yourself back to the middle. Lovely. And then we're going to do the same with our shoulders. So take our shoulders up to our wrist and then pulling them down, lifting them up and push it down. And then taking them backwards, squeezing shoulder blades together at the back, and then taking them forwards, and backwards, and forwards. And then taking them all together, so lifting it up, back, down, forward, up, back, down, forwards. Lovely. I love to do this with my breath, as you know, so breathing it in, when your shoulders roll up and out, when your shoulders roll down. And change direction, taking it back, up to the top, forwards and down at the middle, back, up at the top, forwards, down, breathing it in, breathing it out, breathing it in, shoulders come up, breathing it out, shoulders come down, one more. Lovely, a little bit of movement there. Taking yourself over, or you take yourself onto all fours. Tuck your toes under at the back, and you're going to bring your weight onto your feet, so your butt goes over your ankles, and then you're going to straighten out your legs, so we're starting in a downward facing dog position. And then from here, your aim is, to begin with, you might not be able to move this much. I'm keeping my knees bent because it's too big a stretch on my hamstrings to begin with, but I'm pushing through my shoulders because they're starting to feel a little bit looser, so that feels okay from there. From here, we're going to take ourselves up onto our tippy toes, round at the back, and take ourselves into our plank position. And then from here, we're going to bend the arms and then take ourselves down and then just untuck your toes and just lift your shoulders up off the floor. Stretch just a little one with a little cobra. Bring the chest back down, and then I want you to slide your chest all along the floor, as close to the floor as you can, and then take yourself into your child's pose where you're pulling your butt back down towards the floor. Hands out stretched, feeling the stretch in your shoulders. And then bringing your weight back up, rounding out the back as you do so. And when you get onto all fours, level out the back so you've got a nice straight back. And I want you to just lift your knees slightly off the floor. Lovely. And then taking it back over your feet and up into downward dog. Now this time you might feel slightly more like you can straighten out your legs a little bit more. Mine aren't fully there yet, but they're getting there. Maybe walk through your ankles. Start to feel the stretch all down the back of the legs as well. Lovely. And then from here, taking yourself up onto your tippy toes, rounding it over, and then landing in that lunge position, in that plank position, keeping your back nice and straight. And then from there, bend the arms, taking it down, untuck your toes, and a gentle lift. Working with that. Take the chest back down, sliding it across the floor, and then into your child's pose, just pushing your shoulders towards the mat. Pulling yourself back up, rounding the back as you do so. Just take yourself into onto all fours, and when you get there, you're then going to flatten out so you've got a nice flat back. Hook your toes under at the back, lift your knees off the floor, and then we're going to push it back. Feet go over, butt goes over feet, and straighten it out. And this time you might feel even like, I'm starting to feel like I've got straight legs. This is great. And then maybe walk it through one more time, just so that it feels a little bit more like we're getting a bit more stretch in the back of the legs. Lovely. We're going to do this a couple more times. So taking it forwards into that plank position, so rounding back and then we've got a straight back. And then from there, bending it down and then a gentle lift up. Leaning it back down, bend the knees, keep the chest close to the floor, sliding it all the way through into your child's pose. Lovely. Grounding the back, take yourself all the way upright, and then when you level yourself out, when you're on all fours, leveling out that back into a straight back. Tuck your toes under, lift your knees off the floor. And then bring the butt back, and then up, straighten out the legs. Lovely. And this one, we can just walk through the knees. Starting to feel like this is a position we start to feel a bit more comfortable in, whereas the first one we didn't. Lovely. Good. Taking yourself back through the plank position. Final one. Bend the arms. And then lifting it up. Might go a little bit higher this time and stretch it out. And slide the chest along through into child's pose. Lovely. Round in the back, and then take yourself onto all fours. Really good, that was. I feel really good just for moving all of that. Okay, from here, I want you to take take your hand onto the back of your head. So just picking one hand and taking it onto the back of my head. And then I'm going to lean my elbow in towards my opposite hand. So towards my arm, that's on the floor. So my right elbow comes over to my left arm. And then I'm going to open it out and then reach it up as much as you can. Good. And then taking it in and touch and up and open. Just feeling that twist all across the shoulders. Down and touch and lift and open. Good. Down and open. Stretching it out a little bit more. Final time on this side. And out. Open. Lovely. And then taking it back down. Switching it over. So drop the other hand down. Going to your nose. And place the opposite hand on your head. Then bringing the elbow in towards your other elbow, but anywhere that it hits on the arm is absolutely fine. And then you're going to open it out, twisting it up, and then taking it back down. And tap, and then lift, and open, and down, and tap, then lift, and open. Open it out as much as you can, down, and tap, lift, twisting it out, and down. Final one, and tap, then lift. Lovely. And taking yourself back down. Fabulous. From here, oh, I've got such an itchy nose. From here, I want you to take yourself into a kind of like a low squat position. So children tend to be really good at this. So you want to be in your squat position. If this feels a bit difficult, if you're like, I can't get that low without it hurting or anything like that, then sit, get like something really small to sit on, so that you can actually rest in it. But you want to be resting in kind of like a little crab, like a little frog kind of position here. And what I want us to do is take your hands together and then bring your elbows onto the inside, and then you're going to push with your elbows and try and lengthen your back. Try not to lose your balance like I nearly did then. So pushing into your hands. So by here we can pushing into the hands to open out our knees even further, but the aim is to have a really nice long back. So straightening out the spine. Feel like you've got a piece of string lifting you up, and then you're just kind of opening here. Lovely, good. Lovely. This is also, just as a side note, a really good position if you struggle with your digestive system. If you have like digestive issues, IBS, things like this, this really helps to get your digestion in a good place. Particularly because basically this is your natural curve of your back, so it helps to basically get all your organs in a best position, so you're more like you can easily pass bowels basically. So if you have tummy troubles, I recommend sitting in this position or even in a squat of any sort. It will really help. A little bit, maybe too much information, but honestly it is beneficial. Okay, from here we're going to take our hands, one hand at the back, and what I want to do is we're going to twist round and then take our butt down to the floor. So I kind of just twisted round, my feet have stayed where they are, but I twist round to the side. Good. You can use your hands, so bringing your hands in, and you're going to push yourself back up into your squat position and switch over to the other side. Very nice, good. Switching that over to the other side. Lovely. I feel like I've got too much sunshine here. Maybe you can't see me very well. Hopefully you can get the gist of what I'm doing. Back up into your squat and twist it over to the other side. Lovely. Lifting it up through squat and down to the other side. Lovely. And you can use them hands to help lift you up. But this time, if you wish to, you can take your hands off. So you're just using all of your body rather than your arms, but it's completely up to you to lift yourself up and then twist over to the other side. Sometimes I can do this, sometimes I really can't. So don't worry about that. And oh, I nearly didn't get up then. And then taking it over. It isn't easy, but it's handy. This is like practice for looking after little kids if you've got loads of stuff in your hands, but you're still having to get up. Good. And then one more on each side. So taking it over back to one side. And then taking it up. Bend down to the other side. And last one, back up into the middle. Lovely. From here, straightening out your legs. So we're folding ourselves over. We've got our feet nice and wide. And I want us to just bend one leg and then straighten that leg and bend the other. Lovely. And then up and over. As you start to feel the stretch easing in your inner thigh, as you start to feel more comfortable in the position, you can actually lift up that foot and flex it up, and it will just slightly take it into a slightly more of a deeper the stretch. Taking it up, flexing up that front foot, and taking it up and over. Lovely, good. Up and over. And then one more on each side, taking it up and over. Lovely, good. From this side, I now want us to take it through the middle. So we're scooching through and flex. Scooching through and flex. And as always, if you wish to, you can. So if you can take your hands off, makes it much harder. Or keep your hands on the floor, whichever suits you and your body best today. Fabulous. Now from here, we've gone round to the other side. I want you to flex up your foot, roll down into that lunge position. And then we're going to take it back through. Over, flex, roll, lunge. Down, flex, through, flex, roll, lunge. Good. Round, through, over, lunge, down, through, over, lunge. Let's take that front leg into a little bit of a straighter stretch. Round, through, flex, lunge, straighten the front leg. My leg doesn't go fully straight, my hamstrings aren't a little bit too tight, but they'll start to straighten out as I do more and more. We're just going through, up, and straighten. This is starting to feel a little looser now. Up and straighten. Good, nice. Just taking it through in your own time. And then we'll do this the last one on each side. And from here, just lower your back knee down, untuck your front foot, and then straighten out that front leg. We'll just have a good old hamstring stretch. Pat my wedgie well on here. Big breath in. Exhale, bring it forward. You should feel a stretch all down the back of this front leg. Squeezing the quads, making sure you've got a nice straight leg. Lovely. Another big deep breath in. Exhale, folding it forward. Bring that foot down, and then let's transition our way through into our low lunge, pushing down into your hips. Try and keep your hips nice and square to the front. Fabulous. And from here, I'm going to keep your hands somewhere that you can feel like you've got balance. So I'm going to bring mine together. That just seems to work well for me. I want you to tuck your toe under at the back. I want you to push up into a standing lunge, and then take it back down. Good. Really nice. Tuck your toe under. Lifting it up, squeezing the quad to make sure your back looks nice and straight, taking it down, and then last one, tuck, straighten, down, and tuck. Good. Take your hands to the inside of that front leg. Rotate your hips round, and we'll scooch it over to the other side. Round, flex, straighten, and lovely. Tuck your toe under at the back. And then from here, straighten that front leg, flex up your front foot, take a big deep breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Making sure you've got a super straight leg, feel a stretch all down the back of this leg. Squeezing the quad so you've got a nice straight leg that gets even more of a stretch in your hamstrings for you. Another big deep breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Lovely. And then let's plant that foot down. Transition your way through into your low lunge, pushing into your hips, keeping your hips nice and square. And then again, we're going to do the same on this side. So get yourself into a position where you feel you can balance. Tuck your toe under at the back, and you're going to straighten that leg out, lift yourself up ever so slightly, but try and keep your sit up as low as you can, and then down and relax. Good. Number two, in. Oh my gosh, squeeze, and down, and relax. Good, and in, and up, and down, and relax. Good, lovely. Take your hands to the inside, and then bring your weight back. In fact, we're just going to take ourselves into a little seated position for our final stretch of the day. So I want you to bring yourself into a seated position. One foot is in front of the other, so it's kind of like cross legs, but bring your front foot slightly further forward, and keeping a nice long back, so pulling up through the spine, and then you're just going to fold yourself forward. Lovely. You might start already to feel a stretch all down the back, so the leg that's at the front, you'll feel it in that butt cheek and like down the side of the leg and in the butt cheek. You can push that knee down for a slightly deeper stretch. Lovely. And then let's fold it even further forwards. You might be able to feel comfortable enough to get your forehead down to the floor. I'm not sure I'm there yet, but it's getting there. Big deep breath in. Exhale. Now just breathing through the stretch. Maybe see if you can get yourself a little bit closer down. Maybe you can get your forehead down. Oh God, not quite. Lovely. One more breath here. And then lifting yourself back up nice and gently. Switch over to the other leg. So you just bring in your other leg in front. And then just start by lifting yourself up and then leaning yourself forward. So nice straight back. You might already start to feel it stretch down the side of your butt cheek and the back of the leg and the side of the leg. Lovely. If you wish to, you can take yourself a little bit further forward. Maybe pushing that knee down for a deeper stretch. Lovely. Leading it forward again. Big deep breath in. As you exhale, folding it forward, lengthening the spine, every single movement as well. Lovely. As you lean further forward, your stretch should intensify just that little bit more. And every exhale, I want you to imagine your muscle almost melting away from that tension. Maybe on this side you can get your forehead all the way down to the floor, maybe not. Not for me. I'll keep trying. Lovely. One more breath here. And then in your own time, gently bring your hands back up and lengthen out the spine. And that is it for today. You are done. Really, really good work. Just take a little moment to feel really proud of yourself for turning up and actually doing something and actually showing up and giving your body a little bit of movement. So go you. Fabulous stuff. And then enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Let me stop this recording.